MrBeast wants you to eat the bugs. Let me explain. So I think MrBeast is a good guy, and I like his videos. I watch all of his videos, but it's no secret that he has to conform to whatever the popular narrative is on any given subject. He tries his hardest not to be a controversial figure. So he has no public opinions of his own. Whenever you hear him talk about something outside of YouTube, he's just telling you what he thinks he's supposed to tell you. He says what he's supposed to say. He has World Economic Forum opinions, top-down, Bill Gates, artificial, cultural zeitgeist opinions. And that makes sense for him as a brand. It makes sense for him because he lives and breathes algorithmic optimization. He's not going to say something that the overlords don't like and start losing views on his videos. But because he's one of the most influential people in the world, especially for children, you can see why this can be a problem. And it is. MrBeast has said on multiple interviews now that he wishes he could have only plant-based burgers, Impossible burgers, on his menus. If they tasted as good as real meat, he would make the switch.
With Beast Burger, that's why I'm really trying to figure out how we can get more people eating something like Impossible meat, or right now we're looking heavily into lab-grown meat and stuff like that. I would personally love to switch over to one of these soon.
Bruh. MrBeast has IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. As somebody with IBS, he should understand that this plant-based agenda is harmful to people. It is not in our best interest to go plant-based. Google any vegan before and after. These people are dying. Plants are not that good for you. Plants are the cause of MrBeast's IBS. Don't believe me? Google it. Google what foods irritate the bowel. What foods are the triggers? What foods cause IBS? And you're going to find vegetables, beans, and artificial processed foods. So what does MrBeast think is good for his audience, his customers, who are mostly children, to be eating Impossible burgers, which are artificial processed plants? Okay? Hello? Bruh, it's a lab experiment. It's a scientific concoction of beans and chemicals, okay? So instead of eating natural meat that just came from a cow, we're supposed to believe that it's better to eat a fucking bean paste that's mixed with like 50 different chemicals, you know? Like that's supposed to be better for us? Come on, MrBeast. Come on. You got an audience of impressionable children. Hello? Like, this is not good. This is not good. I understand you gotta go with these, you know, these globalist overlords. You gotta be on Bill Gates' side here. I get it. But this is dangerous information to be just putting out there to your young audience, okay? You're going to kill children. And I'm not just exaggerating, okay? Because when kids at a young age go vegan, it stunts their growth, it stunts their development through puberty. It's really harmful for them. It makes them infertile. They lose their periods if they're girls at a young age. It's really bad. And you are pushing it when you casually say stuff like this, just to virtue signal and show that, oh, you're progressive, you're thinking about the future, you're looking to the future where we're not gonna have to kill animals, everybody could just be healthy and eat plants. It doesn't work like that, MrBeast. It doesn't work like that, and you should know it better than anyone because you have IBS. And when you eat steak, you don't have any stomach problems, do you? So why else is he pushing this? Well, the mainstream globalist narrative is that eating meat is bad for the planet, is bad for the environment, okay? Global warming, all that.
Agricultural emissions are one of the most difficult to get rid of. People have come up with alternative foods.
The same politicians who fly to these environmentalist meetings on private jets, are telling us that eating beef is bad for the planet. Bruh, you're flying on a private jet. Fly economy class, alright? Hello? And Mr. Beast is echoing and parroting these people who are flying around on private jets and telling you can't eat a burger. You know, whose side are you on? I thought you were a man of the people. I thought you were a man of the people.
That's great. Oh, I wouldn't have been able to tell you that wasn't part of it.
Okay, that's great.
We gotta stop eating meat because cows fart too much. That's the story. That's the story here. Well, guess what? The Earth has had large ruminant animals on it for hundreds of millions of years, okay? Hundreds of millions of years. They have 6 stomachs that convert plant fibers into saturated fat. It's a beautiful thing. It's an amazing thing. It's a miracle of nature. You know, there's a reason why they worship cows in India as deities, as gods, because it is a magical thing they do. They take grass and turn it into fat, protein, milk, everything we need to be healthy. And that's why they're considered gods in India. Think about that. Like, think about that. Hello, there's 2 billion people in the world, Indians, who worship cows because of how amazing they are. Not just for us, not just because they like to drink milk, but also for the planet. Because cows also produce waste. Their manure goes back into the soil and provides nutrition for the soil. It's the best natural fertilizer. It keeps the soil healthy. And when you've got healthy soil, what do you have? You've got a healthy planet. Come on now. Come on. Conversely, eating more vegetables and pushing for more plant-based foods means we need to plant more vegetables, which means creating monocultural single-crop fields which rapidly deplete nutrients from the soil. Rapidly. Because you need to rotate crops in and out. You need animals on the fields in order to naturally replenish the nutrients in the soil. So if you don't do that and you're only growing the same type of crop for these plant-based foods, then what do you need? Artificial chemical fertilizers. And I'm pretty sure those are not good for the environment and not good for our health. So I'm here to tell you the mainstream World Economic Forum globalist Bill Gates agenda is not actually in your best interest as a regular person on this earth, okay? It is not. So why are they pushing this? Maybe they want to enslave humanity. That seems to be the trend here, right? They kind of don't want us to have any privacy. They want access to all of our data, all of our information at all times. They're trying to restrict what we can and can't say. They're putting us in chains. They want to completely enslave us. And that's why they do not want us to eat meat anymore, because we need meat. We need meat in order to be healthy, functional human beings. You need saturated fat to have proper brain function. You need it, and that's why they're trying to take it away. And Mr. Beast is on their side. Think about that. This is serious. Yeah, sure, it's just one comment he made. Oh, it's just one comment. But no, he said it multiple times, multiple different interviews. He's thinking about this. He's thinking about the future. And in his mind, the future is plant-based. And that's dangerous. That is dangerous.
You will eat the bugs.
Eating insects could help fight world hunger.
From caterpillars and cockroaches to mealworm-covered apples.
You will live in the pot.
Putting 10 what we call pedestrians into the space. There's no privacy. As you see, there's no curtain, there's no wall.
You will wear the mask.
When I do not have to wear the mask.
And if he's going along with everything these elites are pushing, then what's next? He's gonna tell you to eat the bugs. He's gonna tell you to use cricket flour to make pancakes to get a little extra protein, which, by the way, is complete garbage because there's a reason why we naturally prefer to eat meat. It's not just preference, it's not just cultural. Even in cultures where they eat insects, trust me, they would rather eat steak. They're just poor. They just don't have money. That's why they eat crickets and cockroaches. Okay? Now, you do not get adequate protein from crickets. You barely get anything at all, contrary to what they're trying to convince you of, okay? Because most of that protein is locked in the chitin, or exoskeleton of the insect. Chitin is something that we cannot break down. It's very similar to plant fiber. The human body cannot break down chitin. Therefore, regardless of how much protein is listed on the label of some kind of cricket cookie, okay, it does not have that much protein. You are not getting that much protein from it because the protein, again, is locked in the chitin. We cannot break down a majority of the body of an insect because it is mostly tough exoskeleton. Now, that's different if we're talking mealworms or something squishier, okay? But if you want to eat a squishy worm, well, that's a different story. I guess, okay, hey, that might be the next thing. MrBeast might start telling you to start eating up some mealworms, okay? I don't know. Maybe he's aware of the chitin situation with the cricket flour, okay? Maybe MrBeast is going to come at it from the mealworm angle, okay? We'll see. We'll see. But I'm telling you, if he continues down this road, he's going to start telling you to eat the bugs. And you'll see. You're gonna see. If His Highness, the great MrBeast, somehow watches this video, then I just want to say that I've had gut issues myself, and I completely fixed my gut issues. I completely turned around my health with a radical dietary change. And we could do the same for you. Hit me up. I know all about IBS. These doctors are lying to you. You don't need to take pills. You don't need to medicate yourself every day. You just need to stop eating vegetables, actually. So stop it. Stop pushing this on children, okay? I want to help you out, and I want you to stop spreading this harmful propaganda to your largely child audience, okay? I don't want you to mentally poison the next generation, okay? Is that too much to ask? Because that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing when you're telling us that you want to go to the Impossible Burger. You're promoting the Impossible Burger. That's already terrible. That is already terrible. Those words should not come out of your mouth, okay? I know you're a good guy, but you're positioning yourself as an enemy of mankind. Okay? Because it is poison. It is poison. It's a big deal because it's poison. Get that through your head. It matters because it's literally poison. If you completely replace meat in your diet with the Impossible meat, you would become sick. You will shorten your lifespan and you will die fast. Thank you.